Okay, we're good. I think, or I hope, the sound is better now this time than it's been in previous classes. So it's Friday, and I said, "What are we going to do today?" And Vicki said, "As little as possible." So I can't train her, no matter how hard I try. So everyone, take a deep breath in and open the mouth and sigh it out. And another deep breath and let it go. Just come into the space, come into what you feel. And that Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. Yeah, good. All right. And now come to that upright seat. Remember, it's your practice. Remember, there's no pain in yoga. You can rest whenever you want. But you do have to breathe. Coming to that upright seat, draw the shoulders back. And let's do a couple rounds of deep three-part breath. Inhaling into the belly, and then the middle chest, to the upper chest. Exhaling through the nose, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And inhale to the belly, the middle chest, upper chest, and exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And one more deep inhale to the belly, middle chest, and the upper chest. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Just noticing the weight of the body down through the sitting bones. Inhale, and on your next exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder. And then let the chin drop toward the shoulder. Relax those shoulders. And now bring the head up into center and take the gaze over the left shoulder. Chin drops. And bring the head up and to center. Exhaling, let the chin drop toward the chest. Keeping the shoulders back. And now inhaling, bring the head up. And then let the gaze drift up toward the ceiling. Big inhale. And then coming back up to that upright seat. And as you exhale, let the right ear drop over toward the right shoulder. And you can gently turn the gaze up toward the ceiling. And then bring the head up and let the left ear drop toward the left shoulder, gently rotating the gaze up toward the ceiling. And the head back up. And bring the chin toward the chest and draw the chin over toward the right shoulder. And then center and toward the left shoulder. And center and right. and center and left. With the chin in the center, inhale and bring the head up, lifting back up to that upright seat. Bring the hands wide, arms reaching or fingers reaching, strong through the arms as you draw them in toward the shoulders. And then turn the palms toward the top of the mat. On your inhale, take the hands and arms back, point the fingers behind, gaze up toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, bring the hands to cup the knees, fingers cupping the knees, chin toward the chest. Inhaling, arms come wide, opening, taking up space. Exhale, hands come to the knees, rounding back. Just release. And one more big stretch, open, reaching. Ah, yes. And exhaling to the knees, chin toward the chest. And then coming back up to that upright seat. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, and then take the shoulders forward and down and draw them back, lifting up. Yeah. Just big shoulder rolls with the breath. Exhaling the shoulders down, inhaling them up. Keep the neck relaxed. And now take those rotations the other way. Ah, yes. With the shoulders toward the back, just press the shoulder blades toward the center. Heart moves forward. And don't strain the low back as you're moving the chest toward the top of the mat. Move the head so the neck stays relaxed. And release. Yeah, all good. Bring the hands behind, interlock the fingers, and press the thumbs into the sacrum, the bony part below the spine. And squeeze the heels of the hands together. So now you're doing some work here with the shoulders, so be gentle. Gently draw the elbows toward the center. And don't forget to breathe. Draw the hands over to the right, still keeping the hands together. Fingers interlaced. The right elbow toward the back of the mat. And bring the hands to center and over to the left. So the right forearm is parallel to the floor. Left elbow points behind. And then bring the hands back to center, pressing the thumbs in. And then straighten the arms now and lift the hands, lift up tall, lift the hands away from the body, pressing the elbows toward the center. Ah, yes. Again, keep the neck relaxed. And then release and bring the hands around, bicycle the shoulders, just move here, gently move the head. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg, lift up tall, let the shoulders go, and then you can bring the right hand to the fingertips to the mat, or you can extend the right arm and twist to your right. Make it gentle, nothing big and heavy. And then come to the front, and right hand comes across, and a twist to the left. Arm extended or fingers on the mat. And then come to the front. And we'll do that twist again to the right. And then come to center, exhaling, twisting to the left. Fingers spread if you're reaching that hand. And coming back to center. All right. Bring your right hand out in front. Again, really spread the fingers, thumbs pointing up toward the ceiling, reaching. And then as you inhale, let the hand drift up toward the ceiling. Gazing toward that lifted hand, keeping the elbow back, the shoulder back. And then turn the palm out, exhaling. The hand comes down, following it with the eyes, fingertips across the floor, out in front, lifting back up. And exhale the hand down and lifting back up. One more big circle. Exhaling and inhaling. Turning to gaze up. Bring out the left hand, slide it out, arch left. And bring the hand back up to the ceiling, reach, and release. Good. And extending the left hand out in front. Next inhale, the hand lifts. And turn the palm out, exhale, and the hand comes down, following it with the eyes. Coming out in front and up. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Last one. Strong through the arm, fingertips reaching up toward the ceiling. And the right hand comes out, arcing right. And bring the hand back up. Oh, one more breath, reach, and exhale, release. Yeah, okay. Sensations, all kinds of sensations. So I'm coming into a cross-legged seat, bring out my right leg. And pressing out through that heel. Keeping my shoulders back, spine long, and circle the toes. And the other way. And then point the toes and flex, spread the toes, point and flex. And point and flex. And then press through the outside edge of the foot. You get that outer rotation in the thigh. And then back to the ball of the foot and the heel. And you can play with pointing the toes to the outside and then to the ceiling and to the inside. Just juicing that hip up a little bit. Good. And bring the foot across. And remember to support the right knee with the right arm. No sensation in the knee, so you don't want any twisting going on in the knee. It's about the hip. And just rock the baby. And bring that right foot down on top of the left lower leg there, and you can actually give yourself a foot massage here. But this is good for the hip too, because you're letting that right knee settle down toward the floor. Bottom of the foot is turned up toward the face, and you're just working the thumbs into the bottom of the foot. And don't forget about the toes. They need loving too. Little bit of love for the toes. And as you breathe, that knee settles a little bit lower. Okay, with your strap or your right hand, extend that right foot. Good. Take the foot to the right. Ah, yes. And then back to center. Changing hands. You can take the foot to the left. And if you want a little bit more here, you can twist to your right, extending your right arm. And coming back to center. Or lift a little higher here, keeping the legs strong and straight. Let go, pressing out. Scrunch the toes and spread the toes. Scrunch and spread. And then bring the right foot down and bring out the left leg. Pressing through the heel and the ball of the foot. And circle the toes. And the other way. And point and flex, and then point and flex, and point and flex. And then the outside edge of the foot. And coming back to the balls on the heel of the foot. And point the toes out, and then the ceiling, point the toes in, and toes out, and toes in. And bring that foot in and support the knee. Flex that left foot. And let that foot drop down. Turn the bottom of the foot up. Letting that left knee work its way down toward the floor. My left knee will get all the way down there, but my right knee won't. So you work for balance in the body, and if you can get there, that's a wonderful thing. If you don't worry too much about it. You just do your practice. Good. And lifting that knee up, extend your left foot. Strap her hand. And to the left. And center, crossing over. foot to the right. And coming back to center, strong through the leg, a little higher. And release. See how straight you can get the legs. Scrunch the toes, spread the toes, scrunch the toes, and spread the toes. And then bring that foot down. So I'm in my cross-legged seat, sitting up tall. Turn the heart over toward the right knee or the right side of the mat, and then come over the right knee. And inhale up. And now take the heart toward the left knee, come over the left knee. And come back up. Lift up tall, take the heart toward the top of the mat, let the head drop, and as you inhale, just round up. Heart back, exhaling, coming forward, head releases, inhaling, rounding up. And one more time, exhale forward and down, and inhale up. Good, all right. That's enough on the hips, so come over onto all fours. Find that table. You grip in the mat with the fingertips, knees under the hips. And we'll do our moving cat-cow. So inhaling, head lifts, gaze straight ahead, belly down. Exhaling, round up, and move the hips back toward the heels. Bring the elbows down. Inhaling, coming forward and up. Exhaling, lifting, and the hips move back. Inhaling, moving forward and up. Exhaling, hips toward the heels. And one more time, forward and up. And exhale one last time, bringing the hips toward the heels. And now just release down here. Let the elbows come down to the mat. Let the head go toward the mat. And if it goes all the way down to the mat or a block, that's a good thing. And try that belly breathing here. The big inhales into the belly. Just fill the belly and then exhale. Yeah, you can really feel that in child's pose as the belly presses into the thighs. Reach the hands up toward the top of the mat and let the head release down toward the mat. Now the elbows are lifted. Fingers spread wide, gripping the mat. And you're working the hips a little further back toward the heels, getting as long as you can from tailbone to fingertips. And take the hands over to the right, bring the left hand onto the right, draw the left hip back. And bring the hands to center and off to the left, right hand on left. And bringing the hands back to center. Again, reaching. Again, let the head settle. And on your inhale, lift up, come forward with the body. Arms are straight, elbows toward the center, and come to knee plank. Tops of the feet are on the mat. Knees are in about hip width. Just breathe in knee plank. And we'll do one knee chaturanga. So bend the elbows and lower almost down to the mat. One breath. And then press back up and take the heels back, or the hips back toward the heels. Come up into your table. Extend the right leg with the toes down on the mat. Again, release the hips, no more work than you need to do to make this happen. And then press the heel back through the heel. And lift the foot hip height, extend the left arm into awkward pose, keeping the gaze straight down toward the mat. One more breath. And bring the left hand down, slide that foot out to the right, toes point toward the top of the mat. The foot is flat, fat is foot. Foot is flat, and take the hips back toward the back of the mat. Just a sensation, no pain, no strain, just breathe. And coming back forward, bring the foot back, hip height, sacrum level. And now bring the right knee down, take that breath. Move gently. Notice any sensations in the right hip, the right leg. Extend the left leg, toes on the mat. And bring the foot hip height, extending the right arm, reach, strong. And bring the right hand down, slide the foot out to the left, taking it toward the top of the mat. And again, the foot is flat. The foot is flat. The foot is fat. And now come forward, bring that foot back, hip height. And bring the left knee down, take the breath in table. And that was kind of a little bit of a warm up as we move into frog. So take the knees as wide as the mat, bring the ankles behind the knees, come down to your elbows, and then gently move the hips toward the mat. Toes turned out. Breathe and release. Good. Gently coming forward, coming back up into table. Curl the toes and lift into downward facing dog. And pedal those heels. And bend the knees, really press back through the hands. Hips toward the back of the mat. Yeah, breathe. Move the head. And step the feet toward the hands. Inhale, come to half lift. Press the belly down. Bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Gaze straight down. And if you want, you can sort of straighten those legs gently. Finding a little sensation in the hamstrings here. Bend the knees, come into forward fold. Press the toes down into the mat. Weights on the front of the feet. Working the heels. And then walk the hands a little bit away, come up onto the toes, under the front of the feet. Press the hips to the ceiling. And then bring the heels down, bring the hands back, lift the front of the feet, keeping a bend in the knees. And now bring the front of the feet down and come up onto the toes, high up on the toes. And the heels down and lift the front of the feet. And now back to your forward fold. Bend the knees and just come into a half squat. So your butt's not all the way down. And the knees are bent, pointing forward. Take the gaze straight out in front. So it's a half squat. Breathe. Stay long now in the spine. Press the belly toward the top of the mat. And then press with the feet to stand up. Oh, okay. And ragdoll. So we are going to do our spinal flow. So pick the mat up with the toes. Scrunching the toes, Spread the toes, scrunch the mat. And then come into mountain pose. Inhaling, bring the hands up. And exhaling, right hand down, arc right. Inhale, the right hand up. Exhale, arc left. And inhale up. Exhale, arms wide, palms up, twist to your right. And inhale up. Exhale, and twist to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, hands through the heart. Hinge, forward fold. Release the top of the head toward the mat. And then bend the knees, get long through the spine, press into the mat, come up. Exhale, hands back on the ceiling. Inhale up. And exhale, mountain pose. Ah, good. Yoga flop. And Susie's flow. Stepping back, not real far, with the right foot. 2 lanes for the feet. A short warrior 1, bend the left knee. Make sure that that knee stays pressed out to the left. Strong through that back leg. Weight is even on both feet. So you're not leaning into the front leg. And now that short warrior 1. As you exhale, straighten the front leg, bend the back knee, bring the hands down, let the head come down toward the mat, and the hands lift. Inhaling, straighten the back leg, strong, bend the front knee. Exhaling, hands down, front leg straightens, back knee bends. Inhale, get long. Coming up. One more time, exhaling. And inhale up. And hands in prayer to the heart. And step the right foot up beside the left. And ragdoll. And step back now with the left foot. Find that stance that works best for you. Bend the left or bend the right knee. But don't bend it so deeply that the knee is ahead of the ankle. And come to that short warrior 1. Exhaling, straighten the front leg, bend the back knee. Let the head go. Hands lift. Inhaling, coming up with the bent front knee. Exhaling. And inhaling. One more time. Exhale. Lifting the hands to the ceiling. And inhale up. And the hands in prayer to the heart. And step forward. Good, all right. Let's try tree. Hands come to, I like to put my hands on the hips to start. Find your spot on the floor and feel solid through your standing legs. So let's balance on the left leg. So bring the weight over to the left foot. Stay tall as you turn the right toes to the outside. Then bring the right foot where you want it to be, not on the knee, below or into the knee or above the knee. Breathe. Bring the knee to the front and down. Good. Take a breath. And move the weight over onto the right foot. And bring that right heel in against the left heel, in against the right ankle. Get tall. Strong through the standing foot. And then bring the left foot where you want it to be. Knee to the front and down. Yes, all good. So moving down to the mat to finish. Inhale and bring the arms up. Exhale, reach wide, diving into the forward fold. Come to half lift. And exhale, step or float back into plank. Big, long, deep breath right here. Exhale, lower down. Bring the toes together, pressing the tops of the toes down into the mat, and lift into cobra. And now bring the knees down, just lift up into table. Just move gently in table. And now bring the feet around to the front. So after all that, we'll do some back release work. So with the hands behind the knees, just gently come down onto your back. And bring the feet all the way into the hips. With the hands down by your side, palms down on each side. We'll do some hip rocks. So inhaling, let the belly lift. And as you exhale, press the low back down into the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Yeah, good. If you've got a strap handy, grab your strap and a block if you've got a block. And you don't necessarily have to have these things, but they help. Press into the mat with both feet to lift the hips, and then you can put the block underneath there. So we're going to do supported bridge. And the block can be flat, or it can be on the long edge on the floor, or the short edge, depending on how high you want the hips to be. So now just arrange yourself, and that block is under the sacrum. It's not on the lower spine. And kind of move your feet to where that's comfortable. Turn the palms up toward the ceiling. And just breathe here for a couple of breaths. In supported bridge. Now, if you don't have any problems with your eyes, as far as blood pressure is concerned or anything like that, if you want, you can turn this into an inversion where the hips are higher than the heart and just lift the legs up toward the ceiling. Not recommended if you've got issues with eyes, pressure in the eyes. And bring the feet back down and bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And now just release the hips and see if you can work that left shin settled parallel to the floor or lower. And release the left ankle from the right knee and bring the right ankle onto the left knee. And again, see how open you can open that right hip, how far that right hip will open. And now release the right ankle, bring the feet down. Take one more breath in supported bridge. Now press with the feet and remove the block. Bring the right knee into the chest. Ah, yes. And the left foot can be flat on the mat or the left leg can be extended, whichever works best. And if you got your strap, put your strap on the front of the right foot or the heel of the right foot. I like to put mine on the heel and then extend the right leg, the bottom of the foot straight up to the ceiling. Keep a little bend in the lifted knee. And with both hands on the strap, gently draw the leg toward the back of the mat. Breathe. And then ease the strap, strong through the lifted leg. And now with a little bend in the knee, take the foot and the leg toward the back of the mat. And then ease. And one more time, gently draw that leg toward the back of the mat. And ease. Turn the toes out. So find that outer rotation in that right thigh. And now gently take the leg or the strap and draw the leg in the direction the toes are pointed. So we're not going wide with the leg. We're only taking it gently the direction the toes are pointed, and the toes are pointed out. Now release and turn the toes in, and now take the leg in the direction the toes are pointed. Keep a bend in the knee. So we want to keep this sensation behind the right knee to a minimum. As little sensation as possible behind the knee. And then ease the strap. Now again, left leg extended or knee bent, Bend the right knee, bring the knee down toward the right armpit or right shoulder, and reach up there, or not. If your arms aren't long enough, you got the strap, and gently draw the knee down toward the right side of the chest. Now remove the strap, let go of that foot, and press the foot up toward the ceiling. And now slowly lower that foot down toward the floor. Point the toes and lift it back up. Flex that foot and lower. Point and lift. And flex and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good, all right. And bring the left knee into the chest. Put the strap on the left foot. And extend that foot straight up. Press up through the heel, and now put a bend in that knee and gently draw the left foot toward the back of the mat. And then ease. Again, draw the foot toward the back of the mat. And ease. And one more time, drawing it back. And then ease. Turn the toes toward the outside. And then gently draw the foot in the direction of the toes. And then back to center, turn the toes in, and now draw the foot the other way toward where the toes are pointed. Again with a bend in the knee. And coming back up. Bend that left knee, drawing the knee down toward the shoulder. Find the outside edge of the left foot or use your strap. Bottom of the foot is still straight up to the ceiling. And release the strap from the foot. Extend the foot straight up. Strong through the lifted leg. Exhale and lower that foot down. Point the toes and lift. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Come into Baddha Konasana with the bottoms of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. Cobbler pose. Good. All right, bring the knees up toward the ceiling. Come into figure 4 with the left ankle on the right knee. Just reaching through. Flex the left foot. Take everything a little bit to the right. And come back to center and release and figure four with the right ankle on the left knee. Almost done. And coming back up, release the right ankle. Bring both knees into the chest and gently rock. And the feet come down to the floor, gentle twist to finish. Let the knees fall to the right, take your gaze left. And the knees to the ceiling, knees to the left, gaze right. And bring the knees back to the ceiling. Full body stretch here. Arms behind, reach as you inhale deeply. Flex those feet, reach. And exhale into Savasana. Ah, yes. Yeah, okay. Coming back, gently open the eyes, wiggle the toes, fingers, knees, elbows. And when you're ready, you can come to one side and come up to seated.